Hello everyone and welcome to episode 15 of the local to global save here on TEW9 with Castle Pro Wrestling in Scotland, and it has been about a week since I last recorded an episode of this. I forgot what I was doing and I have already made about 4 mistakes on this save, so that's how we're going to start today's episode. This is going to be recorded over a day or two, which obviously doesn't matter to you guys, but for me it will be recorded over the next 2 days or so. I just don't have the time today to finish this episode, but I want you to get started and I want you to get Lunatic Fringe booked, because we've got a big show that I've kind of messed up. So, we're doing normal ticket prices, right, to make money. Because I only had 3 matches booked, guess who just told everyone to come into work? Me. Guess who forgot that Steve Blackman and Sharkboy are on my roster? Me. Guess who forgot that those guys live in America? Me. So we're spending a fortune on workers tonight. We're probably going to lose money on this show now because I'm an idiot. I also have realised that I've got people on road agent duty that shouldn't be on road agent duty. So I'm going to talk about this match and then I'm going to go back in and change a bunch of stuff. But in the opener we have a 10-man battle royal, which is won by Roughneck, of all people, which is surprising. I didn't pick a winner, I just let the game do it. We have Tex Benedict, Chris Charisma, Kenneth Wilhelm, Tyson T-Bone, Duncan Disorderly, Jorge Castano, Phil Powers, Andre Baker and LT Summers. We've got some new faces here. We've got Andre Baker, we've got Chris Charisma, we have Phil Powers, and we've got Tex Benedict. I've signed a bunch of guys on short-term contracts. Some are on longer term, but mostly short-term. While we're making money, we might as well bring in some talent, hopefully anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go sort out the road agent because Sharkboy was the road agent for this match and I need to make sure he's not on the main events. Now I know what you're thinking, that still says Conscience is doing road agent duty. I don't care about the undercard, it's the main event stuff that I want Keith to be doing. So Conscience was the road agent here, and hang on, is Sharkboy the referee? I forgot, I've got to go back. This episode's up to a disaster. Kelt Kennedy wins this random 4-way of guys I chucked in a match because I had everybody here, so I might as well use them. Kelt Kennedy gets a big win actually over Gary Steele, Jody Fleisch and PJ Black. Jody Fleisch with a 48, very good performance, but everybody's pretty good here. And once again it's back to the booking screen to make sure the referee isn't Sharkboy. Honestly, what a disaster. Right, speaking of disasters, Sharkboy fought Steve Blackman on this show. Yeah, I accidentally paid for Sharkboy and Steve Blackman to come to the UK. So they had a match against each other. The match sucked and we're going to move on. Goodbye. Up next we have a debuting tag team. Sharky Boy was the road agent. Was he the referee as well? No, Martin was the referee. I didn't change the ref on this one or the road agent. But Bulk and Big Dave defeat the Scottish headliners in 10 minutes when Big Dave pinned Robbie Graham with the double whopper. Yeah, they got great ratings for the debut, for their gimmicks. Big Dave was off his game, but they got a tag team specialist bonus, which is good considering obviously the Highlanders don't have any chemistry at all. So Bulk and Big Dave are here. There they are. Beautiful human beings. Hopefully they've got no dodgy past with them. But yeah, those guys are here. I just need some tag teams really, so I just brought them in to see what they can do. Up next we have a decent promo that was probably let down by Sharkboy being the road agent. This is just a horrendous display. I do know how to play this game, you know. But Hoovy wishes the Dominator and the Gravedigger well in tonight's main event, but says tonight he has a very impressive Darren Burridge in singles action. It's not something he'll take lightly and he'll be back on top in Castle Pro before you know it. Forgot to mention we're in front of 415 people here, by the way. And the match is pretty good, a 49, as Juventud Guerrera does obviously expectedly defeat Darren Burridge in 9 minutes, but it's a good little showcase for Burridge. He gets a 37, it could be better. Hoovy gets a 53. It's fine. And then we move on to our main events of the evening. We have a worse match than the one before it. as Christopher Daniels defeats John Ryan in a first blood match when John Ryan was busted open. Daniels gets the 42, so does John Ryan. The match gets a 44. It's fine, really. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine. We then have another 44 as the Smashing Diamonds make an elaborate entrance ahead of their tag title match. Flanked by a few people pretending to be roadies, Chris Diamond slowly makes his way to the ring, microphone in hand, as he serenades the crowd in a stunning, beautiful rendition of Zero by the Smashing Pumpkins for some reason. The crowd seem to not mind it, at least, so that's a nice change. The crowd seem to be kind of on board with it. And in the tag title match, they unfortunately fall short to the Firm. The Firm pick up a big win in 16.5 minutes when Nigel McGuinness pinned Chris Diamond with the Tower of London. They make defence number 4 of the tag team titles, and Nigel was the weak link again. Why is Nigel struggling so much? Need to remember when we come back to the main screen to have a look at Nigel and see what's going on. Because Rampage is already up to 46. So, and I mean, Star and Diamond, good performances. It's a good match. 45 is fine. We're still going to improve popularity even if we don't go up a point this month, so that's fine. And in our main event hype promo, the Dominator and the Gravedigger discuss tonight's huge main event and say may the best monster win out of the two of them. They don't mind who wins, as long as Doug loses. Now, in our main event, it's the biggest match that I think we can do at this point in time, other than a singles match between Doug and the Dominator. It is the Dominator and the Gravedigger challenging for Doug Williams' Scottish National Championship, and it's an absolutely sensational match. It gets a 72 as Doug Williams manages to sneak away with the win. He defeats the Gravedigger and the Dominator in 19 minutes when he pinned the Gravedigger with the Chaos Fury to make his first defence of the National Championship. He's had the belt for over 100 days and he's finally defended it. Doug gets a 70, the Gravedigger with a 55, which is fantastic, and the Dominator with a 59. A beautiful match to end the show. The show gets a 66. It started off absolutely rotten, and it didn't get much better, and then the main event was a blow-away brilliant match. Doug, come on. Give the man a hug. What do you want to praise? The Dominator, I guess. I told her awesome. And despite spending an absolute fortune on workers, we've made $2,000 on the show. Because we've made nearly $5,000 on ticket sales. Imagine if I wasn't an idiot and how much money we would have made on this show. Unreal. We haven't gone up in popularity, which is fine. I didn't expect to go up to 34 on this part of the episode. We will get to small size this episode, though I am very confident, because we're going to do at least 2 or 3 live in Edinburghs after this Lunatic Fringe show. This is the main event of the episode, obviously, so the next few shows are just going to be building towards our next event, which will be Christmas in the Gardens, I believe. Not until December. So we shall see what happens over the next few months. But it's a good show, Lunatic Fringe, considering I ballsed it up quite considerably with not giving me... It's just an absolute horror show, an absolute amateur hour, man. But we got there in the end. I've recorded so much WCW today that I am in WCW mode. I forgot how to do local to global when I came back to this one, so my bad on the stupid mistakes. But we put a good show on. We had an amazing main event, and Doug comes up trumps because I do have a long-term idea going forward, by the way. I just so we're clear, I do actually have an idea what I want to do. So I'm not wanting to talk about it too much, though, because I just feel like it's going to give things away too much. But you'll see what happens, provided he's eligible to be used. Now, so we're bringing in Rigor Mortis, by the way. Carl Misery, that alter ego. Look at this crap mask. It's amazing. It does work for All Star, which is annoying, but you know, we had to bring in rigor mortis. Darren Burridge is annoyed. Why are you annoyed? A year later, he's still annoyed about being left off of Lunatic Fringe, for God's sake. But we're making money now. Eventually, we have started to really make some money. So that's why I've brought in some extra talent. We're not going to have them all, obviously, be on every show. But for the time being, just having a guy like an Andre Baker who can step in as a road agent, for example. I mean, actually ask him to be a road agent. Perfect. Okay, so he's now a road agent as well. So we've got Andre Baker and we've got Keith Myatt. Andre's on 140 a show, Big Dave's on 60, Bulk's on 60, Chris Charisma's on 30. That's Chris Charisma. He's got very good charisma. I know. A startling revelation. Who else have we brought in? Phil Powers. He's alright. I mean, he looks a bit scary. Rigor Mortis is decent. He got good charisma as well. Shark Boy, I can't believe I've made this mistake with Shark Boy and Steve Blackman. And then Tex Benedict, he's just got a great name, so we brought him in because that's how I book. Our champions are still the firm. Basically, the national champion is Doug Williams, 2-time champion. The firm of Nigel McGuinness and Rampage Brown still our tag champs. Now, Nigel McGuinness, what's going on? Why have you got very cold momentum? I've not got any character ideas for him either. Okay, maybe he's not very good. He's getting considerably better though. If you look at his year on year, considering he's not even been in the business for a year. 23 to 28, 24 to 28, 14 to 19, 58 to 59, 13 to 18, 21 to 26, 46 to 40. He's going up. His charisma is pretty good and all that stuff. His fundamentals have gone up quite a bit. His physical, his stamina's going up. He's getting better. He's getting stronger. He's just a beast. Hopefully, we can bring Nigel up because Rampage is kicking his ass right now. 17-year-old Rampage Brown. But he's doing brilliant, and of course, I mean, look at this man. What a man! Honestly, the greatest wrestler of all time. But that's Lunatic Fringe. We've got live in Edinburgh in 5 days, so I'm going to record that, and then I think that'll be me done for today. And then I will see what I can do because we've got a couple of live in Edinburghs to get through, and we've not got Christmas in the Gardens until Christmas Eve, as it stands. So we have quite a while until our next major show. However, of course, the key thing for this episode is we want to get to small size, because once we get to small size, we up our productions and we go on to STV. That is the plan. We're very, very close to getting onto STV. We need to be 35 in one region, which is Scotland. So hopefully that will be that. I'm going to skip ahead 5 days. I'll see you guys in just a second for our first live in Edinburgh of the episode. It's a week later. Castle Pro Live is live in Edinburgh. Castle Pro Wrestling is live in Edinburgh in front of 441 people in Edinburgh. I still need to sort venues out. I know. The firm come down and make a big entrance as the show opens. And they've got all of the gold still around their waists. Doug says the firm have proven they are the top dogs here in Castle Pro and nothing is going to change that. He overcame 2 monsters last week and his boys overcame whatever those singing idiots are meant to be. Tonight, Doug is feeling generous and says anyone who wants a piece can have one in tonight's main event. As they leave the ring. He gets a 50, it's a good start to the show. We then go into a tag match, which is pretty rubbish. He gets a 32, as Bulk and Big Dave defeat Chris Charisma and Tex Benedict when Big Dave pins Tex Benedict with the double whopper. 32, it's not very good, but hey, the crowd got hotter And Bulk is getting better at his gimmick. I was so tempted to rename Big Dave Skull, by the way. I just want everybody to know this. I was so close to calling him Bulk and Skull. But unfortunately, Big Dave is fatter than Bulk. So, it doesn't really work. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, Tex Benedict kind of has a little bit of Skull going on here, if you know what I'm talking about. Metamorph from Power Rangers. You know, I'm just saying, if Big Dave doesn't work out, Bulk and Skull is right here. Anyway, it gets to 32. Obviously, seeing if there's any chemistry between these two guys and also what they could do in the ring, which isn't a lot, but that's fine. They're young and new. Then I have Christopher Daniels. He says he heard there's an open challenge tonight, and while he's still banged up from the war he went through with John Ryan last week, he's more than happy to step up and take that national title from Doug tonight. So that's your main event tonight. It will be Doug Williams defending against Christopher Daniels. Up next, we got our 45 match, as Gravedigger defeats Jorge Castano with the Tombstone Piledriver. Good match. Jorge for 35, Gravedigger for 48. And I'm so happy I booked this match. So happy. Because I held out hope that this guy was going to be available and he wasn't being used by All Star Wrestling. After his win, the lights dim and smoke fills the arena, but the Gravedigger is confused because it's not for him. He's not summoned the lights and the smoke in the arena. But at the top of the ramp, some weird masked guy appears and he has a microphone and he tells the Gravedigger, "It's good to see you, brother." Oh, there he is, Rigor Mortis, a very good gimmick. It's got an egomaniac gimmick, that doesn't make any sense. But, you know, oh, it's good to see you, brother. The Gravedigger's confused, the Dominator's not even in the building tonight. So, what's going to happen next between these two? This potential family drama. Who knows? Is Rigor Mortis even telling the truth? Who the hell knows? I guess a 46 is pretty good, actually. And the main event is pretty fantastic. Doug Williams defeats Christopher Daniels, who was off his game, in 14 minutes with the Chaos Fury. Doug makes defence number 2 of the National Championship. He gets a 66. Daniels gets a 36 despite being off his game. Match gets a 60. The show gets a 56. We are absolutely flying. We're going to give some praise we'll give some praise to the Gravedigger. And you know what? Big Rigor Mortis boy, here you go, have some praise. And we made 2,200 on the show. So even with the cheap tickets I think we're on, we're making cash, or very cheap. Actually, I might still be on very cheap. We're making money hand over fist. We're up to 34 popularity, which hopefully means next month's live in Edinburgh in September, we will finally hit small size. And we can get on STV, and this godforsaken wrestling company can be on national television, at least in Scotland anyway. Probably at like 11 at night, dumped on, STV player. But we're going to be on television. We're going to have a TV contract, and STV also will be able to pay us some money from broadcast revenue. It won't be a lot, but an extra 1,000 even a month would be good. I don't really know what revenue split we're going to be able to get until we get that sorted out. I mean, it's going to be a month away in game, so which means it's going to be about 6 hours in my life to simulate this. But it's probably going to be tomorrow actually when I actually get around to doing it. But that's the tangent that nobody cares about. That was a really good show, and I'm so happy that Rigor Mortis was available, because when I saw the gimmick, and now I may have comments. I am obviously recording this about a week ahead of the last video I have out. I have scheduled even. So this is a little bit ahead of schedule for me, but some of you guys might have seen that I saw Rigor Mortis there and had the same way I went, where it's like, oh my god, get him in with the Gravedigger ASAP. I'm so glad I could do it. So glad I could do it. Caljw is the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion, for anyone wondering. But Christ, there's a lot of news articles. Where are we? Where is Live in Edinburgh? There it is. It's awesome. 441 fans. We've got 10 grand in the bank. We are flying to the point where, I mean, do we just do these upgrades now? Like this month we're making $5.5 grand. We still have $1.5 grand, nearly $2 to split. Let's just do it now. We're going on STV anyway. So STV, what do you want? Semi-pro, hired pro, local. Production. So I've already forgot what I needed to do. Give me a second. Right, I don't have production down here for some reason. Oh my god, this is the content you guys are here for, I know. Right, production to semi-pro. Let's do one at a time. Let's just do one at a time. Production to semi-pro. Oh boy. 500 a month. 650 a month. $2 a month on production. Oh, that's a big increase. That's a big increase. Broadcast quality hired pro. Oh, we're gonna have to do 500 per show. Oh, 2.5. Oh my god. $4.5 grand just on production every month. Oof. Oh, this is expensive. This is expensive. Music must be local. Really? Why does the music have to be local? Who cares? Oh, 250, that's fine. Right. Okay. So we're gonna spend about $4 grand in production a month. Oy. Hopefully we can get some decent broadcast revenue to claw some of that back. We're gonna run one show with this production setting, so we're gonna get an idea of what financially we're looking at. We are on very cheap tickets. We could bump them up. Like very cheap is $8 a show. It's $1 difference. I don't think there's any point. We might as well keep very cheap for next month. I've not got anything booked for next month yet. I'm hoping we can continue the Gravedigger nonsense. That'd be good. We've got big ol' rigor mortis over here. Oh, what a man. Oh, he's kind of terrible in ring, but it's extremely good. I'm extremely happy with this development. And we've given him the mask, obviously. Do you want to move over here? No? Okay. Gravedigger, where are you? Yes, they're still interested in working for RWS, right? RWS, what is their ring wrestling stars, I guess? Hang on. Holy crap! What the hell happened here? Ha! They've got nearly 18 million in the bank. Holy crap! Are they on TV? They're not even on TV. Yeah. What the hell? That's insane. 72 in Southern England. 18 million in the bank. Like, hang on. They're one of the richest companies in the world. That's insanity. And they've got 175 million. Jesus. 102 million. If only I had that in the year 2000. Jesus. Good lord. I was not expecting. Okay, so RWS is yeah, we're not going to tempt Gravedigger away from them anytime soon. Jesus Christ. But anyway, I'm going to go book ahead, and it might be tomorrow for me when I next record, but I'll see you guys in just a second for the next live in Edinburgh. And we are live in Edinburgh in front of 534 people, and I've just realised I clicked the wrong button when I was choosing a venue. because we can now run the Corn Exchange in Edinburgh, so that's great. So next episode will be at the Corn Exchange in Edinburgh, which is an actual venue that I have been to multiple gigs at, and I, pardon the French here, fucking hate that venue for concerts, but it's an absolute sauna in there. Anybody who's been to the Edinburgh Corn Exchange, oh my god. Anyway, Hoovy comes to the ring to open the show, and he says last month was the start of his renaissance here in Castle Pro. Before he can get any further though, he's interrupted by Andre Baker. Andre says Hoovy's impressed him every time he's come up here. He's impressed the hell out of him, in fact. So tonight, he just wants a one-on-one match to see how he stacks up against the best of the best up here. Hoovy accepts and they shake hands. It gets a 59. It's a tremendous start to the show. As is this, as the Dominator is hyping up a very distracted Gravedigger for tonight's main event. Now, Gravedigger is taking on Doug Williams for the national title because he got that big win last week. And Dominator asks who the hell that guy was from last week, and all Gravedigger can reply is a very dark memory from my past. Spooky. Rigor Mortis, sadly not here this month. He's busy with All-Star, annoyingly. But yeah, the good stuff keeps coming though, as Hoovy does defeat Andre Baker with the 450 splash. Hoovy only got a 43 here, Andre with a 39. And it's not the best from Hoovy, to be honest. Not the best. I think his time at the top is probably done, but we'll evaluate. They get a 39. I mean, Bulk and Big Dave have been getting some wins, so it's only right they get a tag title match against the Firm, and the Firm put down Bulk and Big Dave with defense number 5 of the title. Rampage head and shoulders above everybody else. Nigel with a 35, that's not bad. The match gets a 39, which is a little disappointing. And our main event though is sensational, as Doug Williams continues this amazing title run that he's having now. He defeats the Gravedigger with the Chaos Fury after the Gravedigger is distracted by the Dominator. Doug makes defense number 3 of the title. Doug drops a 65. Gravedigger with a 50. A great main event to end the show, and I was going to have Rigor Mortis involved here, but he's not available. So I figure like Gravedigger could put Doug away. He's so close, he's got the tombstone ready to go. And he's just getting distracted. He's looking around. Where's Rigor Mortis? Is he here? Is he here? And the Dominator's at ringside and he's like, brother, focus on the match. Focus. And he just distracts him enough that Doug manages to sneak him up and hit the Chaos Fury for a big, big win. In a great main event and in a great show actually. A 62 overall. It increases our popularity in one region. I mean, I feel like we have to give the Gravedigger some more praise here. And we're going to give Rampage some praise as well, because Rampage was fantastic. We've made 3,000 on the show. That's with all our extra production costs as well. So that's good that we're making a very, very healthy profit. And there's the big bit of news. We're going to click through. I've not got a lot of time to wrap up this part of the episode, but we are getting there. 35 in the size in Scotland. We are up to small size. I'm going to wrap the episode up here actually, because I feel this is a good finish point. It's a little shorter than I would have preferred to do with the actual episode, but I think, you know, it's a good finishing point because we've hit small size, which is a huge milestone for Castle Pro. We're going to, hopefully, provided nothing goes wrong on this next screen, get a television deal with STV to showcase all of our events. And the question is, do we change Live in Edinburgh to a TV show? To be honest. Because we have TV, or do we just keep it as an event? I might make it a TV show. Because realistically, we're going to just be running shows in Scotland for the foreseeable future, until we either branch out and start running shows in Ireland or Northern England. We're probably not going to get any other TV contracts anytime soon, so we shall see. But that was a great, great show. There's the news article that we've risen to small size. There's the report on the show. There's the report of us rising fast. Get the broadcasters up. Get STV there. Get the events on late night. Nope. Graveyard. Perfect. They will give us 30%, which is good. Minimum show quality 29. I think we proposed the deal. Boom. Castle Pro Wrestling is on television, everybody. I know. We're on TV. STV, in fact. We are on very small coverage in Scotland. And what's this for? 2,090 shows. Why is that? Because our rival level. Okay, screw it. Let's just go up. We're making money. Let's spend our $2,000. Who cares? We're getting 30% of the revenue of the TV. So hopefully that will be a nice little bonus as well for us. Big jumps in production this month. And we've made money. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Live in Edinburgh. Do we just make this now? Live. What did I call this? Nope. CPW. Nope. Oh, it's in TV. I need to change the folder. I'll do this off camera. We're going to move Live in Edinburgh to a TV programme. We'll get a new deal for the TV as well, and we'll have the events. We'll probably create another event or two. I think that's the way to go now. We'll have some more events. And yeah, this is going really well. Doug Williams is our national champion for 141 days. His combined record length, by the way, is insane. He's up to 722 days total of championship reign. And the farm, 211 days, they're doing the business. And what will become of our family drama, Rigor Mortis, the Dominator and the Gravedigger. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you're excited for it too. We're just going to wrap this episode up here. Get it done. Over and done with. Boom. We are small size. We are 100th in the world. But as you can see, that's all that matters. We need to get 59 in Scotland and 35 in either Ireland or Northern England. We'll just let them roll up as we roll up as well. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. It's been incredible. We're on STV, everybody. Castle Pro Wrestling is on television. And next episode will be our first ever Castle Pro Live in Edinburgh TV show. And I think we're going to keep with them monthly. But I might decide to change that going forward. We'll see. Do I make it weekly? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll have a big think about this. And next episode I'll come back with ideas. Obviously, drop your ideas in the comments. But I obviously, as I said, I will probably have already recorded a couple episodes by the time this video comes out. So apologies if I ignored your suggestions. It's not intentional. But thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in a few days for the next episode of Local to Global with Castle Pro Wrestling. Thank you and goodbye.